Hey everyone, it's David here back with another video. And today we're looking at a new teaser by Jeff Brown, where he's talking about a $100 trillion AI metal opportunity. Jeff Brown says his stock pick could grow your investment significantly. But in order to access the name and ticker symbol, you'll need to pay for his research service. Luckily for you, I've investigated the pitch, and in this video, I'll reveal the stock for free, so you don't have to buy a subscription just to find out. Now, let's start with who Jeff Brown is. He's a former high-tech executive who worked in Silicon Valley and overseas with companies like Qualcomm, NXP Semiconductors, and Juniper Networks. In recent years, he's transitioned into the financial newsletter space. You've probably seen his teasers where he hypes up the next big thing, be it 5G, biotech, space tech, or AI-linked stocks. His style is full of sweeping claims, sometimes even over the top, and it's all designed to get you curious enough to join one of his paid research services. In this particular pitch, Jeff is standing in what he calls an almost deserted American town, and he says this ghost town could be the epicenter of a $100 trillion boom. He frames it as America's second chance to take the lead in rare earth metals, which are critical for AI chips, data centers, energy storage, and pretty much every modern device you can think of. If you didn't know, AI chips alone require more than 300 materials and components, including a variety of rare earth elements like neodymium, gallium, and lithium. The AI metal Jeff keeps referring to is tied to a mineral called bastnasite. This is a rare earth mineral that contains magnetic elements, and those magnetic properties are important because they increase heat resistance and stability in semiconductors and hard drives. They're also used in speakers, batteries, and vibration motors. Basically, if it runs on modern tech, it's probably using some part of what comes out of bastnasite. In the 1980s, the United States was actually a leader in producing these kinds of metals. But over the decades, China took control of the market, and now they dominate global production. That's a big deal because it creates supply chain risks. If geopolitical tensions flare up, or if international trade routes are disrupted, the U.S. could find itself scrambling to secure the materials needed for everything from AI to defense systems. That's why Jeff points out that the federal government has an incentive to support domestic mining and processing. In fact, Trump signed an executive order to encourage exactly this, and even today, covered project status is being granted to mining ventures considered strategically important. So Jeff says there's one company that will be fast-tracked because of its role in producing this AI metal. He makes it sound like this small company has a virtual monopoly in the U.S. and is perfectly positioned to profit as demand skyrockets. He points to Mountain Pass, California, where one of the richest rare earth deposits in North America is located. This is the ghost town he was referencing at the start of the pitch. According to him, Mountain Pass could be worth up to $100 trillion in future AI metal value. The story goes back to 1949, when prospectors looking for uranium in Mountain Pass stumbled upon bastnasite instead. At the time, it wasn't seen as especially valuable. Fast forward to today, and it's suddenly one of the most critical resources for AI and modern electronics. He says that this company has infrastructure in place that would cost competitors hundreds of millions to replicate. They've got processing facilities, transportation, and regulatory clearance already lined up. He highlights margins over 40%, low cash costs, and long-term supply contracts that give them financial stability. He even claims the company could scale production by 500 to 1,000% with more capital. To him, that scalability is what sets them apart. If you want the name of the company, Jeff has that locked up in a report called The Company Behind the $100 Trillion AI Metal. And to get it, you're supposed to subscribe to his newsletter, The Near Future Report, for $199 a year. That's the hook. The whole pitch is designed to make you want that one answer. The good news is, we can figure it out without paying. Jeff is talking about MP Materials Corporation. They own and operate the Mountain Pass Rare Earth Mine in California, which is the only active rare earth mining and processing facility of its kind in the U.S. The company checks every box Jeff mentions, because it's vertically integrated, it's expanding production, and it has government backing through contracts designed to strengthen America's supply chain. So, can investing in MP Materials turn a few $1,000s into millions, like Jeff hints at with his uranium example? Well, MP shares have already gone up significantly since their early days. They're still in business and still expanding, but it's not a tiny unknown play anymore. Rare earth mining is capital intensive, highly cyclical, and dependent on global demand. Yes, AI could drive more demand for these metals, but predicting exact price moves or saying it's a guaranteed $100 trillion opportunity is the kind of hyperbole you'll always find in these pitches. At the end of the day, what Jeff is doing here is classic newsletter marketing. He paints a huge opportunity, ties it to something current and dramatic like AI, and then dangles one stock pick behind a paywall. There's nothing wrong with that because it's how this business works. But it's important for you to separate the marketing spin from the actual facts. The fact is, MP Materials is huge in rare earth mining. Whether it's a smart buy right now depends on your risk tolerance, your investment strategy, and your view on where commodity markets are headed. I'd like to thank you for tuning in, and if you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to check out more teaser breakdowns on this channel. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up below and subscribe for more.